All right, how is everyone doing? Happy Tuesday. How are you finding yourself this beautiful day of August 19th? How's everyone doing? Happy Tuesday, and we are live from the MakerFlo Studio. What was it? The Flow Studio. This is espero que UV DTF. Varias cosas. So it looks like there's going to be a lot of things going on here. Today's live. We're going to be from UV Resin to UV DTF to glitter. There's going to be a lot of things going on here. So make sure you guys stay for the entire thing. Again, welcome in. Thank you guys for joining. My name is Danny. Sam is here. Jesse is here. And we're all here at the Flow Studio with another live for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy. All right, I'm going to stop talking. See you guys in a bit.
All right. Thank you. Okay, guys. So we're going to have some fun with you. But yeah, so let us know if you have questions. Today we're going to work on some UV resin with UV DTF. So what I did was I have a couple different projects here. We'll start with something easy, then we're going to work our way up. It's kind of like what Danny was doing, where you show like one technique and then we can do a different one. So what we'll start with first is going to be an acrylic blank. So if you guys have seen these on the website, these are little like acrylic shapes that we have. This one's a star in particular. We have a bunch of different shapes. These guys are all super awesome as keychains, good companion pieces for your tumblers, or any other kind of craft that you're working on. It's definitely very versatile. We've also discovered that you can sublimate on these as well. It's not a walk in the park, but definitely check out one of our blogs about it. It's very doable. So you can have a lot of fun with these. So we'll start with this first. All right, now, has anybody out there used these acrylic blanks before? Let me know. I'm very curious as to who's actually tried these. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just scrape off one of the sides. So I'm going to go ahead and just get this brown paper off, because again, this is just paper. It's a covering to keep it nice and secure. We'll go ahead and just get that whole thing off. Awesome. And you can use like a weeding tool, anything like that, to get this paper off. I like using the flattening device. I feel like it kind of takes off the paper really easily, but it's up to you how you want to do it. Some people can do it with their bare hands. It's, like I said, up to you. Next thing we'll want to do is, because this is so smooth, we want to give basically the resin something to adhere to. So we're going to go ahead and just sand the top of it real quick. So I have some sanding paper. This is 20 grit, and I'm just going to go ahead and sand it.
So there's a lot of people saying hi, Sam.
Hello.
Jocelyn, Vigo, Creative Chicas.
Hi, everybody.
Hello. They're all excited to see you. And then Carrie said she has a bunch of the acrylics from us and only used the ones she used at our class at Pinners 2 years ago.
Awesome. So it's a great time for a refresher. Now, I just went ahead and I scruffed this up a little bit. You can't see too much, but as long as you get some little scratches on it, you're good to go. So that's fine. And then I'm just going to wipe off any extra debris before I start crafting with it. And that's it. So that's perfect. Now, next thing that I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pour some UV resin into this little silicone bowl. And I'm going to make some glitter with it. When I'm done, I'm going to kind of seal this side. And then on the back of it, I can go ahead and apply a sticker. And then it'll have that kind of glittery background. So it'll be really cool. So let's go ahead and leave that as is for now. I'm going to put on some gloves, and then we'll start pouring our resin. Awesome. Now, the reason why I'm using gloves, guys, is with UV resin, you do want to use your protective equipment. If you have any allergies to resin, I would also say use a respirator as well. Make sure you're in a nice open air environment. You don't want to be in like a small confined room when you're using epoxy or UV resin, just because of the fumes that it can emit. Then what is Jocelyn saying?
She said if anyone hasn't used the resin yet, you're highly missing out.
It's true. I love our resin. And I will tell you, we didn't just kind of find the first thing that we found. When we formulated this specific UV resin, I worked with our factory that came up with it, and we were actually testing several different formulas of it until we found the one that we liked. So there was a lot of trial with this one. We're really proud of it. Hopefully you guys all love it too. And if you haven't tried it, what are you waiting for? Give it a try. Awesome. Now I'm going to pour just a little bit of the glitter into my UV resin. You don't need a whole lot. Our glitter is pretty awesome. And you also want to keep in mind too that you want to make sure that there's enough basically fluidity still for the light to cure the UV resin. So you don't want it to be too chunky. That's a really good mix here. If you guys can see that. See how it's still pretty runny. You could add some more glitter if you wanted to, but you really don't need to. It's up to you at this point. Let's see. I think I might add just a tiny bit more. Just why not, right? So add a little bit more and then we'll mix that up. Awesome. You can use chunky for this too. I just prefer to use the fine. I feel like for smaller projects like this with the thinner layers, the fine is just easier to work with, but it's up to you if you like a challenge. All right, guys, next thing we're gonna wanna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pour this onto my acrylic blank. Now, the resin is self-leveling. It is gonna kind of spread on its own. So we're gonna go nice and slow. We'll start from the middle and kind of just pour that resin into place. So I'm gonna start right here in the center and then kind of guide my resin and my glitter mixture where I want it to go. And then add more as you need it. Now, if you go over the edge, it's not the end of the world. You can always clip that stuff off, especially when it's fresh like this. It technically takes a full 24 hours for a cure, so you have a little bit of flexibility in that first 24 hours. Yes, Jesse?
So we designed said hello.
Hey, how's it
And
going?
then Kayla said, hi, friends.
Hey, long time no see. How are you,
It's been a
Kayla?
while.
Huh?
Said it's been a while.
I know. How's Jessa doing? All right. I'm going to go ahead and, all right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to keep pouring and moving. See, even as I slid this little mat along, that resin was still self-leveling, which is awesome. I'm just kind of pushing it to the corners where I want it to go, kind of encouraging it to keep spreading over the whole keychain. I'm going to put a little bit at the top here. I will say you do want to be careful of that little peg at the very top. That's where your keychain's going to go in later, and you don't want to fill that hole. If you do, again, not the end of the world. You can always grab a power drill and make it happen. Yes, Jesse?
So we redesigned said, I love this glitter.
Awesome.
Karen laughed. And Kayla said she's finally feeling better. First she had COVID, then bronchitis.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, it's rough. And then she said Jessa's doing okay as well.
Good. I'm glad you guys are getting better. That sounds rough. Please take care of each other. And yeah, I'm glad you guys are getting better. Also, to my friend who likes this glitter, this is Opal Ice, and this is the fine version. I'm a big fan of this color. The other one's really pretty as well, the chunky version of it, so definitely good options with this color. All right, so I'm going to keep just kind of spreading my resin and my glitter to the edges. I feel like that looks pretty good. I might do just a dash more right here.
All right, and it looks like we have one of our friends joining.
Who is it?
I'm gonna go ahead and add him on here, and let's see.
Hello.
Hello.
Did we disturb you?
Yeah, I was trying to make the place look a little better and cleaner.
Hey guys, it's John. I'm sure you guys know who he is by now. But John, why don't you say hello? Tell us what you got going on over there.
Not much. Just cleaning up the office. Every time I know I have to come on, I got to make sure that you guys don't see what a real mess this is.
Oh, I was there earlier. I already saw it. I told them all about it.
Yeah, I think I just made sure everything in the camera looks good. It's like your teenager's room. Everything. I just slid everything under the bed.
It's all in the closet.
That's right.
Awesome. Well, what are you working on over there?
We're working on a lot of things actually. Well, firstly, I hope a lot of people have said that they're coming to the Next Level conference, especially the folks that are in Texas, because I just got some videos of some new products that even you guys don't know that we're working on. And we're gonna have samples arriving directly in Texas, which we're super excited about. And then after that, we're probably not gonna go live with it for a while. So we're looking forward to showing it off in Texas, getting some feedback and improving it. But it's a product that's not even available in the market. So I'm super excited to have it for a lot of the folks. So yeah, we're working on stuff like that at the moment. Other than that, we also have some other fun things. Mark and I don't know if you told everybody, but Mark and I are going to be making our way to China in about 2 weeks. So right after our Next Level conference, we get back on Sunday, and then Monday night we head out to China for 2 weeks. So Mark and I are planning to, we don't know how we're going to do it yet, but we are taking some cameras and we're going to be vlogging through China. So we're really stoked and super excited to sort of kind of show everybody that we started as a supply company, Mark and I did back in the day, and we actually like mean it when we're the supply company. We're actually going to these factories, talking to the owners of the factories. Mark and I actually go and make the things there, try and test them. You know, if we complain in the US, say, oh, this is not good enough, or this is not great, Mark and I actually know what it takes to make it and why it's made this way and why this was done. So we love to get in the nitty gritty of things and sort of, get in the weeds of it. So we're super excited to show everybody that. And so we're going to be vlogging that or blogging about it or whatever. I'm not really sure, but we were actually working on that with Mike and basically telling him like, hey, going to be a lot of content coming through. But I think Mark and I are planning to post like mostly in our Facebook group. So make sure you're joined in the Facebook group. And if our social team thinks it's worthy enough, you'll probably see it on shorts on YouTube, Instagram, and things like that. So, but it has to go through the social team approval, which is really tough. So we'll see.
We'll see. We get a lot of people interested in working with us.
Yeah, I know it's tough getting in. That's why I said I don't know. I'm just trying to be nice and all, and hope that our content makes it on our social media. So we'll see.
We'll see. I know a guy, Stanley.
Yeah.
But no, that's awesome. Everybody in the chat looks like they're really excited about it. They can't wait to see the new stuff. Jesse, tell me all the fine print things I can't read that they're saying.
So, Crafting by Gloria said, enter the buzzword, she couldn't do it. Jocelyn said it's music to her ears. Yeah, it looks like they're excited. And then Creative Chicas got the buzzword, which was partnership.
Awesome. Congratulations, Nelly. Cool. Well, that's really neat. I know you mentioned Next Level Laser, but did you want to tell them maybe one thing that they can for sure get their hands on from us if they go to that they can't on the website?
Well, the pins being one of them. We're making custom pins, and we're also giving away aprons at the Next Level conference. So if you come to the conference, you'll get that for free and the pin for free. And I think we have now over 5 new products that we're going to be introducing. So if you come to the conference, you get to also kind of see those 5 new products and test them and play with them and see them engraved. Oh, not only that, I don't know. We're really trying our darnest to also get a brand new product in people's hands while we're there. So we're making new luggage tags out of leatherette, and we're going to be engraving those on the spot. And it's going to be most likely Danny or Sam that are going to be engraving those. So if you come to the conference, you get one of those for free too. Wow, I didn't realize we're giving so much stuff for free.
I mean, I try to tell you guys, and you're like, no.
Yeah, that's crazy. I just realized we're doing all that. But yeah, the luggage tag, actually, that's not even it. I think we're going to be doing a tumbler bar there too. So we're going to be introducing kind of a different concept there, and we're going to be doing some DTF tumblers to give away too. Holy smokes.
And I will say that there's one more big thing. We're going to have an exclusive promotional offer for people that are at the Next Level Laser conference. So if you see some blanks that you love from us and you want to kind of stock up, definitely come through, because we might have a code that you will need to have.
Only at the conference though. So
only at the conference.
Only at the conference. So hopefully you're close to Texas, by Texas. But aside from the free stuff, I think the more important thing is the conference is a great place where there are a lot of influencers and a lot of successful businesses that started out of their garage and grew out of the garage. There's going to be a lot of, I think what always is great about this conference is the educational material that you get to learn. And not only that, but I feel a lot of the owners of the businesses are here too. So you get to really talk one-on-one with, the people you support and things like that, and get to know a lot more about them. But I do know that the top influencers, most of them in our industry, are going to be there too, which is kind of cool. And the conference is pretty intimate. So, which basically means that there's not a bazillion people there. So you can pretty much meet with just about anybody you want there. So I think it's a really good conference, and it's not huge, and if you come for 2 days, then you could totally and easily do the whole conference and meet people and probably take home so much that you learn from it, aside from the free stuff you're gonna get. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, any other questions, anything else for John before we take up too much of his time?
I mean, there's just Karen saying she wants to go, Victoria saying that lamp is her favorite, and Kayla said it's close enough to Texas.
There you go. I will tell you, John, our friend Veronica is going to be there. Cynthia was telling us that. So we'll definitely see V there as well.
Yeah, I was talking to Veronica. She said that she's excited to see us. So she's definitely going to be there. I did talk to her about that. So, but yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, and excited to be there. And if you make it there, make sure you come say hi. Make sure you come take some photos and stuff. It's going to be extremely difficult to find us in our glitter jackets. So make sure you ask around for our booth number. And then the cooler part is that Sam and Danny are going to also be there. So you guys are going to have some familiar faces that are going to be at the conference. So yeah.
We didn't tell you this yet, but Jesse's going to kind of be there too, John. We're going to have a Jesse totem with your blessing so that they can find us anywhere in the building.
Make him like the sign of the size of a jelly beanstalk guy. You know, make him like 20 feet tall.
We want to make it out of true flat, so.
Yeah, that's disapproved. That's gonna cost like an arm and a leg.
And then Kayla said she misses John.
Aw.
Well, I hope she makes it there. We're gonna smuggle her in the second time.
Oh, that's right. You snuck them in last time, huh?
Shh. This is not being.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, thanks again, John. We really appreciate you. Everybody appreciates you being here, and we'll talk soon.
Awesome. Sounds good, guys. See ya.
Bye, John.
Bye.
All right, guys. So you heard it first from John from MakerFlo. Lots of new things coming up. One thing that he didn't get a chance to mention because we just filled him with so many other things. Next, not only is that conference happening, but their podcast will be launching while we're at the conference. So if you guys are loving the podcast from the guys, you can't wait for episode 3. We actually recorded it already. We're working on editing. We'll have that available for you while we're at the conference. So that's coming really soon, guys. But yeah, let's get back into this. I realized I forgot something important, so I'm going to have to bug somebody. I need some scissors. And yes, Danny, what is it?
The dates for Dallas they're asking.
The dates for Dallas are going to be Thursday, which is the, what is it, Jesse?
Let me check right now for you.
Okay.
Pull it up.
I think it's the 26th or something like that.
Next Thursday through Saturday.
Uh-huh.
So 28th is the Thursday.
Oh.
The Saturday is the 30th. So
28th through 30th. All right. Good question. All right, guys. So what we've done so far is we went ahead and we put the glitter with the UV resin on the acrylic blank. Now I'm cutting out a cute little transfer. This is one that they sent us from the variety pack at Ninja Transfers. So if you guys didn't know, we do a partnership with these guys and they're really cool. So we now offer you guys the same blanks from Ninja Transfers as their UV DTF and their DTF.
And people are saying, Dallas, when? When are we going to be in Dallas?
Not Dallas. It's going to be Grapevine, Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is next week, yes.
Thursday.
The 20th through the 30th.
That's it.
And then Kayla said, shh, we don't talk about Bruno.
All right. I am slowly working on getting this to separate. These love to stick together when you don't want them to.
And then Jeanette said, oh, I'm late. Hi, Jesse. Hi, Sam. I haven't heard Danny, but hi.
Hi, Jeanette. We're all here. Thanks for jumping in. Yeah, but if you guys ever have questions for Mark or John, make sure you come to these lives. We are always guaranteed to get one of them to show up. They're always happy to answer questions from you guys and kind of, give you guys the heads up on what's coming up next.
In Grapevine, Texas next week, Karen.
Awesome. I am having the darndest time getting this to come apart.
You got it.
Yeah? Thanks.
We believe in you.
Excellent. Glad someone does.
Here.
Excellent. Hey, there it is. It worked.
See?
Okay.
Just needed to hear it.
Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and get this to transfer over. I just wanted to make sure that I had it separate enough first to where I could get this to work. Okay. So I flipped my decal upside down, this little star here. So this is the side that I did with the glitter and the resin, and then on the other side is where I want to put my decal. So I'm going to go ahead and put that, let's see, right in the center-ish. And it is a cute little dog, and I think it's going to fit perfectly in here. Yeah, look at that. It's like it was made to be. Okay, cool. So now that I've got that on, I'm going to go ahead and use my little squeegee just to make sure it's really stuck into place. And then we'll rip that off. But yeah, super cute, really neat, custom, easy to do little keychain. So look at that, guys. Isn't that cute? Cool. So that is an easy version of UV DTF and UV resin. You can always do another round over it, but this is like a perma sticker, so that sticker should stay where it is. However, if you're wanting to really make sure, you can always do another coat of UV resin.
Would it give it more shine?
Huh?
Would it give it a more glossy look?
It would. It'd make it a little glossier too. You're right. Okay. So now let's move on to the finale. All right. Let's go ahead and do our pen. So we haven't done this in a while, so I figured as a refresher, since we're getting ready to do some trade shows soon, why don't we glitter a pen for old time's sakes like we used to do at the trade shows. So I got one of my stainless steel pens. This is the Crafter gel pen that we carry on the site. They come in sublimation or in stainless. They also have so many different chambers that you can choose from that are mix and match with both the pens and the pencils. So these guys are super neat, really great product that we carry. It's different from most of the pens you would craft with. So let's go and open it up. Yes, Jesse?
a couple things.
Sure.
Lonely Shirt said hello.
Hello.
And then Cloud9 said, what are all the supplies you will need to do this type of craft?
So basically it's all the stuff that I have here. So like our crafter gel pen, we'll need glitter, we're gonna need resin, we need the lamp, we need sanding paper. The only thing else, I did grab these little tools, and I wanna say these were from the tumbler grip people, I think. I'm not quite sure, but these are basically like 3D printed little kind of jigs that are made to hold the pen barrel in place. So as long as you have something, you can use like a 3/8 inch rod as well with tape around it. That'll work too. You just need something to be able to put the barrel on later. So we'll get into these in a second. But that's pretty much all you really need. There's other things you can have to try to make life easy. Like I have parchment paper to save glitter, things like that, but you don't necessarily need that. So, all right, now we've got our pen out. Let's go ahead and show you really quick how to actually, craft with this. So you'll want to hold where the stylus meets the barrel. So we're going to hold right here in the middle of that. And I'm going to twist just this nose part off. So we're going to twist just like this. Once that nose is off, I'm going to go ahead and pull the barrel right off like this. That's all I need to craft on, so I'll set that down. And then I'm going to go ahead and just put this right back on my pen for safekeeping and put that back in its pack. So I've got everything back in its pack for later. I'll close that up, including my extra ink in case I run out. Okay, so that's to the side. Now I'm going to go ahead and put my chamber on one of these little guys, and I'm going to sand it. So just like the same thing we did earlier with the acrylic blanks, you want to make sure that you are sanding these. The resin needs something to adhere to, so you want it to be nice and scratched up. So I'm just going around the whole barrel. For people that ask, how do I know if I've sanded it enough? It just needs to have some scratches all over it. If you're not sure, sand it a little bit more, you'll be good to go. All right, that looks pretty scratched to me. Let's see if you guys kind of see that. It gives it a bit of like a beat up look to it. It doesn't look as shiny. So that's kind of what we're looking for there. And then you'll want to go ahead and just clean this off. I'm going to use my old glove from earlier just to wipe away any debris. Okay, so this is good. For this particular one, to get it to stand, we are going to have to set it down kind of like that. But for now, I'm just going to kind of hold it on the one wand, and we'll use this to kind of glitter it. So I've got that ready to go. Next, I'll want to put on at least one glove, and this is because I'm going to be spreading resin all over my pen. All right, so I've got my glove. Let's go ahead and put that on real quick. And what we're going to want to do, I'm going to do basically like an ombre style look on this pen. So I'm going to be doing two different glitters. So I'll start with my darker color, which I'm using Northern Lights, and then I'll go to my lighter color, which is Opal Ice. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that. I am going to pull out a little bit of parchment paper so that I can save my glitter as well. What I like to do is just stack two pieces on top of each other so that when the first one's done, I can just move the whole thing to the side and then start crafting with the next one. And then you can save your glitter for later. All right, so we have our glitter ready to go. Make sure these are open. Yep, that looks open. Great. Okay, so we have our glitter ready. We have our pen ready. Let's go ahead and get some UV resin on here.
She's asking about the little tool for the pen holder.
Yeah, I think these are from the tumbler grip.
Yeah,
but
so
But yeah, you can use like a 3/8 inch rod as well. Those work pretty well. They're about the same size as the pen barrel. All right, so I just did a little bit of resin on here. So it's just a thin line. I'm gonna go ahead and smooth it over the pen. Basically, you wanna have enough resin to fully cover the pen. You should be able to feel your finger kind of gliding across it. If you're sticking at any point, just add a little bit more, but you don't need a whole lot of resin. Less is more, so add as you need it, but it's much easier to add than it is to take away. So I think I have enough resin on here, but I'm gonna just keep going around and around just to make sure. Yeah, it feels pretty good to me. Okay, so let's start with our first color. So I said we're gonna do the darker color first. So I'll go ahead and start with this Northern Lights, and I'm gonna sprinkle toward the tip of my pen. Now I am holding it at a bit of an angle. That way it kind of falls in that ombre direction. And then I'm gonna work my way up the pen to the middle. Now a lot of glitter is falling behind too, so that's why it's really nice to have a glitter catch. That way you can save it for later. Definitely recommend that.
So Carla joined and said hello, and then Jocelyn and Jeanette both said they love the pen holder, we need to sell it.
I know, they're cool, huh? Yeah, we've talked about kind of doing something like this. We don't have, I don't think UV resin's as popular as some of our other crafts. So definitely just write customer service and let them know what you need to see, because we do have a customer service team that meets weekly and discusses those ideas. So definitely make sure you are submitting those ideas to sales@makerflo.com.
And then Betsy said hello.
Hi, Betsy.
Someone asked if we sell the acrylic snow globe tumblers, and we do not.
No, we don't. But I know Nelly uses a lot of those Creative Chicas, so she might even have a brand that she would recommend to you for those. So definitely check her out if she's not on this chat still. All right, this is looking pretty good to me, guys. I think I got everything. I feel like right here, though, it just needs a little bit more.
And then Ashley and Edixmar said they love the color.
Awesome. Me too. I'm a big fan of this one. All right, that looks good to me. So now I'm going to go ahead and add my opal ice. But first, I'm going to move my little glitter catch out of the way. I'll shake that a tiny bit. Perfect. All right, and we're going to go on to the opal ice. And then this time I'll just start at the other end and work my way to the middle again. But yeah, so far so good, guys. Glad you're enjoying this. I do like the way these colors mix together. I think that they're pretty cool. So here we go. Once we are done with this layer, we'll go ahead and we'll give it a quick cure. We want to do both sides for 60 seconds. And then once that is cured, we're going to go ahead and we'll actually do a coat of resin over it just to make sure everything is nice and smooth and covered and that glitter doesn't go anywhere. And then we'll move on from there. But yeah, that's looking pretty good so far. I feel like it was too easy, so let me just make sure I didn't miss anything. But yeah, it's looking really good. What do we think? Pretty covered? I think so. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm keeping this close by. Just move all my other stuff out of the way. And what we'll do now is we're going to go ahead and cure. And then while that's curing, I'll put all my glitter away. So I'm just using this other piece here like that. And I'm going to go ahead and cure this. Okay, 60 seconds. And then once this side is done, we're going to flip it and do another 60 for the other side. I will take off this glove. If you're careful, you won't get super messy. You can keep like a baby wipe or something nearby. Just wipe that right off, keep going. I don't have one at the moment, so we're going to just take this off for now. All right, while that's curing, let's go ahead and put our glitter away. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my opal ice. And then I will just pour that right back in. And then check that out. We saved all of that glitter. Isn't that nice? It's like we barely used any at all. Yeah, these bottles come full, so they're going to last you for quite a while. Okay. Now let's go ahead and pour our Northern Lights. And then make sure to ask questions if you have them, guys.
I was kind of watching right now. Karen said that's a nice green.
Isn't it? Awesome. Okay, so I saved most of my glitter. This first side is dry. Let's go ahead and flip it and do the other side. Do another 60. Perfect. Okay. While that's happening, I'm going to go ahead and prep this a little bit. So what I'm doing with this is a full sheet for a tumbler, but I figured we could just grab like maybe a strip of it and use that for the pen. So we're going to go ahead and put this over the design that we have going with the glitter. So what I'm going to do while that is cooking, we're going to go ahead and take our pen out from the package, and I am going to estimate how much coverage I will need. So I'm going to say I can probably do just past this line here. So I'm going to kind of cut around, and I'm going to stop it just shy of these glasses. I think that's where I got to stop right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut that out. Now, if I wanted to do more, less, you can always customize this however you want. There's no particular way you need to do these. Like I said, I'm just using kind of a random old piece from a bigger design that we had from before and kind of just repurposing it. So really up to you. So that should be enough. Put that back away. Okay, so now this side should be dry. So let's go ahead and we're going to actually add more resin to it. Let's just move this to the side for a moment. I'm going to go ahead and take that one off, and I just want to see how this is doing. Yeah, it still comes right off. Awesome. Okay. So now I'm going to grab my glove again, and we're going to spread resin on it. Now, depending on how it feels after this round, we can put the UV DTF on it. If it's still kind of chunky, then we'd have to do another round. So it really just depends on how smooth we can get it right now. So I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit more resin than last time. Again, less is more. Add it as you need it. This time I'm just trying to saturate the glitter. So I'm going to be very gentle. I don't want to pull the glitter off. I really just want it to soak into the pen. So I don't want it to really like drip off the pen, but I do want it to fully absorb the glitter. So I'm just doing little chunks at a time and kind of pushing it into place, ever so gently.
Carlos said hello.
Hey Carlos, how's it going? Good to see you.
Carlos, ¿cómo estás?
I just saw your unboxing earlier today too. It was really cool. Definitely a lot of cool stuff coming out from our influencer friends. So if you guys see any crafters you're enjoying, make sure you give them a follow. Check out what they do, because they definitely do a lot more than just MakerFlo, but they also make MakerFlo look really cool. So definitely appreciate those guys. All right. I am just about done. I might add a little bit more. Same kind of situation. You want to be able to glide your finger. If you feel roughness anywhere, you probably just need a little bit more resin, so you can add a little bit more. But again, easier to add than it is to take away. So just be kind of gentle with it. All right.
Carlos says he's doing good, a little bit behind on content.
Hey, it happens, man. Life happens. We understand. Just make sure you're taking care of yourself and the content will come. We got you, don't worry. All right, so I am just about done with this. I think maybe a tiny bit more resin. I don't want it to be dripping because I hate when those little bumps are created. I think any other pen makers out there know what I mean. But yeah, this is looking pretty good so far. I think I'm just about ready to cure it. I just want to make sure I don't have any of those bumps at the bottom here. I might flip it like this. Yeah. Okay, cool. So let's turn on our little lamp and get that ready to go. I'm using my little silicone pieces here to keep it upright. And there we go. So we're doing 60 seconds. Once this side is done, we'll flip it and do the other side for another 60. I'm gonna go ahead and take off my glove again. But awesome, this is looking good so far. Now I'm gonna go ahead and work on this while that's curing. That way we kind of have it ready to go. So I'm gonna use my Ninja Transfer squeegee, and I'm just gonna make sure that I have all of those little pieces over. You're probably wondering why it has a white backing. We got this one a while ago, so this was before they switched over to the clear backing. But yeah, very cool partnership with those guys. So if you guys have ever wanted to try DTF or UV DTF, we've made it easier than ever before for you. Cool. All right, so I got that all ready to go. I'm gonna go and set this to the side. Yes, Jesse?
Carlos and Cloud9 said now they need a standing UV light.
A standing UV light. That'd be cool.
Like a spotlight?
That would be cool. All right, now I'm gonna do the other side. 60 seconds. Awesome. But yeah, this is looking pretty good so far. I have a minor little bump that I probably want to sand out, but I think I'll still be able to put these transfers on there. So we'll see how it is in a second, but so far so good. And in case you guys missed it, here's what we did a little earlier. We had our cute little keychain that we put opal ice in the background, add our cute little decal, and there it is. Super neat. Got about 30 seconds left on this pen. I will say the last time we did pens, I did not have a light like this at the trade show, and I definitely wish that I had because this guy works really well. I think we were using like really tiny little lamps the last time. Let's see. Awesome, yeah, this one's just about done. Let us know if you guys have other things you guys like to do with your pens too. For anybody who's still out there glittering pens, just let us know. Love to hear it. Okay. All right, so this is feeling pretty good so far. I think it needs a little bit more time, but not too shabby. So I have like a tiny little bump at the end here, but it's, yeah, I think you can barely see it. It's right here, but it's not too bad. In general, it looks pretty cool. All right, so we're gonna give it just a little bit more time to cure. I do wanna make sure it's not stuck to anything though. So yeah, I'll wiggle it free, perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna give it just a little bit more time. Like I said, I think this just needs a minute or two, and then it'll be good to go, and we'll add those decals. All right, so far, guys, we did some UV resin with an acrylic blank. We're doing UV resin glitter pens with an ombre effect, and then we're also using some UV DTF prints to really personalize them. Who has done that before? Who has grabbed some UV DTF prints, MacGyvered them into fitting something that they shouldn't fit, and called it a day? Because, I mean, why not? If you already have the prints, might as well use them for something.
Very true. Very true. What is it? Don't waste any material.
Waste not, want not.
Yeah.
That's right. Jevin actually, I think, did a cool video about that, like saving your true flat scraps. And I think John talks about that a lot too.
Yeah.
About really just like using all of it, even if it's just a little piece. All right, so this should be done in a second. I think we can add those decals now. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's much better. Okay, cool. So now we can add the decals. Let me go ahead and do that real quick. Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and spread this out over the pen where I want it to go. I'm trying not to get any of these little stickers on my fingers because they will stick. All right, here we go. So I'm just gonna go ahead and place it over. Looks like I cut this pretty perfectly. And this is a round surface. It is the pen. And it's still doing it, so that's awesome. Okay, now the trick is to get it to stay. So let's go ahead and use our little squeegee tool. I'm gonna start from this end, and then I'll slowly start kind of pulling them up.
And then Betsy said she used the UV lamp with her pins last week. She loves it.
Awesome, glad to hear that. See, it's not just me, guys. Let's see, here we go. And if you see the pieces aren't really sticking in place, that's totally fine. Just go slow, and you can really just kind of push them down and then keep going along. Yep, there we go. Perfect. So just focus on one little piece at a time. Don't try to go too fast with it because it's really hard to fix it once you've gotten too far, you know, and you can't line up your pieces again. But if you just go patiently with it, it is pretty forgiving. There we go. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, these are already starting to stay right where I want them. I think we cut off the perfect size piece for this pen. Awesome. And then I'll show you guys in a moment. I'm just trying to really make sure that I get all these little stickers to stay in place. And so far, so good. There we go. Let's see. I think there's just one more little piece here. Yep. All right, what do we think, guys? Pretty neat. We could always add a little bit more in these blank spots here, but we got them all to stay. I'm feeling pretty good about that. We'll go ahead and put this right back on our pen. Show you how easy that is. Now, one thing to look out for, guys, if your pen barrel is not going back on your pen and you don't know why, don't force it. Just try to pull it out, and you can use your scissors. There might be resin stuck on the inside of the chamber. Usually that will do the trick. So just check that out first before you fight with your pen too much, because I don't want you to ruin it. But yeah, this looks great.
Said it came out cute.
Awesome. Yeah, and these, I mean, like I said, guys, they take a full 24 hours for the degassing. So I wouldn't start writing with these right away. Give it, you know, a day to fully do its thing, and then they're good to go. Let's see. I think I got a little bit of resin in here or something. One moment. Nope, that's it. Perfect. Cool. So I got that to go back together. It is a pen again. Yay. And I'll give this a day or two, and I'll start using it because that's pretty awesome.
Sounds like you convinced someone. Says I like that. Thought it was more complicated. I'm gonna have to start doing them.
Yeah, awesome. I'm glad you think so. And that's kind of the point of these lives. I'm not sure if you've done these with us before, but that's the goal. It's just to kind of show you guys how easy it can be to jump right in and just give it a try. And we always repost these lives too. So if you get the materials later on and you want to do this with me, just rewatch it again. We'll do it together. If you ever have questions, just reach out to us. We're always happy to help. Any other last minute questions, guys? Anything else we should let our friends know?
Do you have any questions, anybody? Cloud9 said yes. I think they're just saying thank you.
Absolutely. No, thank you for being here. We really appreciate everyone that was here today. Hopefully we showed you guys something fun. And, you know, if there's ever anything else you want to see specifically, just reach out. We have a whole page on the site dedicated to the lives where you can submit your suggestions. I'll also be posting that link in our YouTube post as well today. So if you're not sure where to find that, just make sure you go to our YouTube page. I don't know if you guys have checked the community posts before, but we'll be posting there with the link so that you can vote for next week's live, because that'll be the last one we do before the trade show. Then we'll be back to tell you all about Texas. So it's going to be a fun one. We always love to hear your ideas. And yeah, again, check the YouTube community posts. We're going to have that link for you there. Anything else?
I think that's it.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks again, guys. Take care. We'll see you next week.